Yeah, so we are Spice Bridge Sandwich Shop in Federal Way, Washington. And we are known for being very fresh, affordable, while providing a new fusion cultural experience of Congolese and Indian cuisine. So we at Spice Bridge Sandwiches, we serve fusion sandwiches of Congolese and Indian cuisine alongside some classic sandwiches as well. Besides sandwiches, we also sell daily food, fresh soups that are made daily, that are made fresh daily, while also serving beverages and chips throughout on the menu as side items. We also offer combo options for customers to choose from, like chips and sandwiches for customers. And we also position between fast food chains and expensive restaurants. And we want to provide a and like we are and we want to we're providing a fusion cultural experience without being like a high end restaurant, but we're also not a very cheap, not like a cheap fast food restaurant either. So we are like in the middle. We are positioned to be in the middle ground of this market. So the market problem, this leads to the market problem, and that is the merch problem is that in Federal Way, Washington, or in the surrounding areas, there's not much. This is either low quality fast food that's very cheap, or there's like premium food options, but there's nothing in between. But the even bigger problem is that there's not much diversity in the Federal Way market or in the surrounding areas. Like there is some, there's mostly just Asian food, mostly just like mostly like Korean food, American food, some Mexican food, but there's not many Indian restaurants in the market, and there's also not many like Congolese restaurants in the market either. So like we have an opportunity to like be unique in this marketplace here. So in the federal population is around 100,000 people, and in the surrounding areas in Auburn, Canton, and Des Moines, these also count as their area as well, which means that our total addressable market is around 382 residents. So we have a big market here to target, and we have a lot of food traffic in the whole area to target. And it's a very big market. It's a very growing market as well. So our target customers are like young professionals, young people who are like these are time constrained work. These are like workers who work in the areas who want fresh and healthy quick options, but they do not have the most disposable income, and they want to have their food at reasonable prices. They do not want to spend too much money on food. On the other end of the spectrum, we also have culinary explorers. These are like customers who like to try new items, like to try new things, and this includes trying new foods and new experiences in terms of food. And these customers would like to try or be most likely be willing to try Congolese Indian fusion options in the form of a sandwich. They would love to try these things because that's what they like to do. So in terms of a unique value proposition, we have a cultural fusion of like having a fusion of Congolese and Indian cuisine in the form of a sandwich. But we also like very known to having quality ingredients as well. High quality ingredients and high quality ingredients that we get our ingredients from for our sandwiches from very local and fresh places and like from quality sources. And even though we're not really like cheap like fast food restaurants, we still are or that expensive. We are like still we are affordable. Like our classic sandwiches are $10, and our premium sandwiches are like $12 a sandwich. So we're still like decently in the middle ground and still like decently priced for customers in the Federal market and in the surrounding area market. So in terms of marketing, so like we first want to create a good quality website that showcases our menu and what our business is about and what our values and goals are for the business to make a change in the marketplace. But besides the website, we also want to create a social content that's on like TikTok and Instagram. And this content should not just be about like showcasing how great we are and just promoting our stuff in a good way, but also like we want to showcase how we are making the sandwiches, or how we're making the soup, because when people see that, when people see how the sandwiches are being made and things like that, they think they get an idea that, hey, that looks very good. I want to come to this. I want to come to the store. I want to give that a try. I want to come to the store sometime very soon. It gets them to come to the store. And down the line, we also want to do local outreach. So like we want to print flyers and put them around some places in town, like the parks and stuff like that. But down the line, you also want to get a partnership with a local business, and maybe this will come down the line. But if you do get a partnership with a business, once you figure those things out, not only will we help our business, but we can help their business as well, get more revenue as well, get and help each other out. And this is almost like a win-win situation for them, for all of us. So here's the revenue model and menu. So we first have a premium fusion menu, which is like all the sandwiches are $12. And we have options like the mango masala Congo chicken melt, chop chop paneer tikka toasty, cuckoo curry egg sandwich, a vegetarian option, and so forth. You also have a classic sandwiches as well, like for $8, like ham and cheese, turkey and cheese, chicken and cheese, and so forth. We also offer like daily fresh soups, like for $5 or so, and the different soup each day of the week. And we also give the option for customers to get a combo for around $15 or so. They can get either like get a soup or a sandwich combined, or a sandwich combined with a drink or chips and things like that. So with your investment of $50,000, we'll use the first $31,000 for the getting the equipment ready, the marketing, insurance, and initial operations. And we will also use like monthly, and we also like use and for the monthly cost we will use like $21,000, which covers rent, ingredients, and labor and utilities. And we project to get around $7,000, 381 the monthly at the expenses. And our revenue target is around 45 sandwiches plus 22 daily, not including the side items as well, like the chips and bottled water and soda like that, which will reach around $20,000. That's the revenue target. And we are very much aware that our customer acquisition cost is $450 initially, but after the first month, we have plans to reduce it to around $2 or $1 with our strategies, and we'll figure this along the way. So in terms of competitive advantage, so like for first of all, we are a cultural innovation, not only in the Federal Way city, but also in the surrounding area. So like there are Congolese and Indian fusion options are not anywhere else in Federal Way, Washington. And in addition to that, we also like have like daily fresh preparations. So like all our sandwiches, as I mentioned before, we've used fresh ingredients and good quality ingredients from local sources and good quality sources. And even our soups are made fresh daily. We do not just reheat our soups in a microwave or like get them from the store unit or something like that. No, we make them fresh every single day. But also, we have a good community impact. We not only are we making a new cultural experience for our people in Federal Bay, which they deserve of, but also our food is very accessible to our income level. We are not a high end restaurant. If you were a high end restaurant, most people would not afford it in Federal Bay, Washington. But instead, we are like a middle ground restaurant that sells 12 sandwiches, which most people in Federal Bay can find the money to do that, spend them on the rest on sandwiches and such. So our revenue potential. So like here we have so like if you get 1% capture of the marketplace, we get around 3,821 customers, around 7,742 monthly visits, and 2% capture got 7,642 customers, and $15,000 and got 15,284 monthly visits, and the revenue for like at 6.5 average per sandwich, we get around 49,000.6 cakes and 199.3k dollars. At 12 average, we get around 91.7k and 183.4k. And as though in conclusion, with this population and we are in a strong marketplace with a growing market, and we have a good plan to get to have a good sustainable growth with our business in this marketplace. So so we got cultural exchange. We got like fusion flavors of federal ways. With your investment, you can join us in a cultural exchange of introducing new flavors, new fusion flavors to Federal Way Washington, and giving our new customers a new type of experience with the sandwich. In addition to that, we also know we also being part of our mission of using like fresh local ingredients and using quality ingredients from local sources for our sandwiches, and not cheaping out on our ingredients for our sandwiches at all. And not only that, besides the making sandwiches and giving to customers, we also like feeding families. We're also giving jobs to people who need jobs, who like maybe some job people who don't have experiences, or don't have job experiences, like high school kids or so. They can get a job like this and get more experience in the workplace and use that for their advantage. So with internet, so like with investment, we'll get a new experience for Federal Way Washington and be better impact in the community of Federal Way and in the surrounding areas. So here are our sources, and we thank you so much for your time. And if you have any questions, I'd love to answer them right now. Thank you so much.